What is going on, everybody? I am Gilgamesh746, and today we're going to be looking at an Explorer Feather deck. Boros Feather is one of my favorite archetypes of all time. It is very, very fun. It's very explosive, too. And today I'm going to be showing this off. Rotation has just hit. Gotta get back on that grind. I'd show off a standard deck typically, but because Dominaria releases on Arena tomorrow, I don't think it's worth it to immediately get, a bunch of new information, a bunch of new cards too, and just have the meta completely flip, especially with rotation happening. However, Explorer does not have a rotation, and I don't think it's going to be too affected. I might be eating my own words very soon, but I decided to show off one of my favorite Explorer decks, one of my favorite deck archetypes of all time, to be honest with you, in Explorer Feather. But before that, really quick, I have a bunch of codes for packs on Arena, for pre-release packs, just one pack, what have you. If you subscribe, if you follow me on Twitter, or if you follow me on Twitch, I'll be sure to get one to you as soon as I can. Just let me know in a private message, and I'll get it to you as soon as I can. I promise. But with that out of the way, here we go. I'm going to show off this deck, and then I'm going to play a couple games, let you see how it goes when shit hits the fan, or just it runs somebody over. At least, we're hoping it's option 2, but if shit hits the fan, this deck can go long, and it is very, very good at doing that, surprisingly. Right, so I'm going to switch into my other view here, another deck layout, just to make it a little easier on me. This shouldn't be too long. We got a bunch of 4-ofs. And I'm going to start with our creatures. We got Favorite Hoplite, 1-drop, 1/2 Heroic from the Historic Anthology set. Just to make things easier, if there's a Heroic trigger, I'm just going to say the second part rather than the first. However, just to explain what it does. I'm just going to go through it right now. So Heroic is whenever you cast a spell that targets this creature, do something. So, in this case, whenever you cast a spell that targets Favorite Hoplite, put a counter on it and prevent all damage that we dealt to it this turn. That is an insane ability against any red deck. Just they can't touch this thing. It's great for combat tricks, especially with some of the other ones we'll see in this list. Just being able to instant speed and make it so that this thing basically doesn't die is insane. We have our Illuminator Virtuoso, a 1/1 double strike for 2 mana. Whenever it becomes the target of a spell I control, it connives. Again, this thing's nuts. So that double strike is absolutely insane. It can do, obviously, double the damage. The connive draws cards, gets rid of anything you don't need. It's a very, very strong card. It's absolutely insane. You're going to see a lot of it. Our explosive turns are going to be because of this thing. Moving down the list, we got Dreadheart Arcanist, our first 3-of creature in this deck. It is 1 red for 1/3 trample, which sounds stupid, but then when you read the additional part, you'll see why. When it attacks, may cast our instant or sorcery with CMC less than or equal to the Dreadheart Arcanist's power from your bin without paying its mana cost. If that spell will be put in your graveyard, exile it instead. This is just a goofy-ass card. It gets you 2 spells for the price of 1, and you don't even have to cast them a second time. It's free cast. It's so good. And that trample is very, very critical, especially if you're loading up with Defiant Strikes or other cards in that nature. Again, it's a very nice combo with another card you'll see down the list here in just 1 second. 10th District Legionnaire is red-white for 2/2 with haste, heroic. Just put a counter on it and scry 1. That is card selection at its very core. It's insane that Boros has something like this. Just, you do the thing. It's, like, you build the deck around this thing and suddenly it just doesn't stop chugging, it's nuts. Card selection in Boros is absolutely critical. It does everything Boros wants to do. It has haste, it beats down your opponent, it gets big, and it gives you card selection. There's very, very, very little to hate about this card, unless you're on the opposing end of it. And finally, our last creature, it's a 2-of, it's Feather the Redeemed, the namesake of the deck. Red, double white for a 3/4 flyer. When you cast an instant sorcery spell, it targets a creature you control, exile it instead of putting it to your graveyard. If you do, return it to your hand at the end of the next end step. All of your spells are returned to hand. It's just absolutely insane the amount of card advantage you can get with this thing. And this is in fucking Boros. Boros does not do card advantage. It cannot go late, but with this card, you may as well. You can play for 50 turns. Your opponent can't do shit about it. Period. This card's so broken. I love it. It's great. You're gonna hear me saying those words a lot. Just I love this deck because I do. This is at its core my favorite deck to run. You know, I got a Boros Pauper deck that's the exact same thing. Obviously without the rares, but like, it's just a lot of fun. It's a blast to play. I just hope you enjoy this as much as I do. We're gonna move into the what am I saying? We're gonna move on to the instants and sorceries now. Notably, just a bunch of instants with one sorcery, I think. Whatever. I'll get to it when I get to it. First off, we get Defiant Strike. 1 white, target creature gets 1/0 until end of turn. Instant speed, draw a card. Boom. Period. It's a combat trick at its core, but this thing's given +2/+1, +3/+2, all sorts of crazy shit with this stuff that with the creatures you've just seen. Every single creature in this deck just gets better when you cast, you know, a cantrip like this. It's absolutely nuts how much value you can get out of this thing. Moving on, we got Blade as one half of our protection spell duo. Target human gets 1/1 and indestructible until end of turn, or target non-human gets +1/+1, gains indestructible until end of turn, and you can choose both. Like, suddenly my whole board's indestructible. +1/+1, 2 of them got counters, and your board web just fizzled. Great job. For 1 white mana, 2 instant speed. Holy shit, dude. This card's nuts. God's Willing, again, just the most iconic protection spell. 1 white, target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. Scry 1. Got a removal spell? Yeah, it's blanked. Anything you want to do to touch my stuff, it's blanked. You want to block this thing? Nah, you can't. And I scry 1, just card selection on top of that. As I mentioned earlier, this plus the Virtuoso will lead to some devastating turns, in which it's just a one-shot kill. It is absolutely funny how, you know, how close it can, maybe not close, but how explosive this card can be. Just, especially against a lot of the monocolor decks, just they can't touch it. Against some of the control decks, it's absolutely nuts too. Moving along, we got Homestead Courage. 1 white for a sorcery, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature control, gains vigilance until end of turn. Flashback for a white. With a bunch of these creatures, that is 1 white, put 2 counters on something with a flashback that does the exact same thing for the exact same cost. How the hell is this thing a common? Ah! Dude, flashback is insane. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts on flashback, but personally I think flashback is just broken as a mechanic. Getting 2 spells for the price of 1 is insane. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an idiot. But again, let me know in the comments. I genuinely want to see I want to see your thoughts on that. Moving along, we got Ancestral Anger. This is a Pauper, Pioneer, whatever staple. 1 red, target creature gains 1/0 and trample until end of turn, and then gets an additional +X, where X is the number of Ancestral Angers in your graveyard, and it draws your card. Let's unpack this thing, shall we? Target creature gains trample for 1 red. Fine. Gets 1/0 and trample until end of turn. Fine. +X/+0, where X is that many Ancestral Angers in the graveyard. Now we are talking. Jesus. This thing can, at max, +5/0 and trample, but typically going to be about 2 or 3. Still, it's very, very good. You can see this deck, apart from the Arcanist, is light on trample. Giving this to the Virtuoso is fucking nuts, because double strike and trample is insane. Makes blocking very difficult, especially when these things turn out to be like 50/50s or something like that. Plus it draws your card. Absolutely no downside here. Moving right along, we got Reckless Rage. 1 red for an instant. Deal 4 to target creature you don't control, and 2 to target creature you do control. This sounds really stupid, but when you think about it, it's just a better lightning bolt. Can't go dome, and that's about it. As you notice, the favorite hoplite cannot be dealt damage when it's targeted, so that bottom text does nothing but put a counter on it. Everything we have is heroic, or will survive it in the case of the Arcanist. The only thing we gotta be careful of is that Virtuoso. As long as we just gotta connive a couple times before this thing can do anything to it, or before we can target it with Reckless Rage. But again, it's very, very good. With Feather, your opponents don't have, well, your opponents just don't get creatures, because that's fun. Again, it's one of the best removal spells. Typically, people are running stuff with 4 toughness to get around Lightning Strike, Lightning Bolt, whatever, but this gets around them, so no chance there. And finally, our last spell is Invigorated Rampage. 1 to red, shoot for an instant, choose 1. Target creature gets 4-0 and trample, or 2 creatures get 2-0 and trample. Jesus. So again, there's no downside to choosing either one, right? You still get plus 4-0 and trample. However, with Heroic, that's 2 creatures getting plus 3/+1 and trample, scry 1, one of them can't be dealt damage, or that's Virtuoso getting to be like a 9/10 with double strike and trample, or just absolutely silly shit. Again, as I keep saying, our most explosive turns are gonna come from this Virtuoso and any number of these instants. And yeah, man, that's about the deck. We're going to show off the land base a little bit. We got a Django. There's no downside to running this thing, or at least one of, just because it's a plains otherwise. We got 1 Fury Calm Snarl, a couple Inspired Advantages, a couple Pathways, a couple Sacred Foundries. I mean, the deck list will be in the description below, along with where I found it. I want to say from MTG Arena Zone. Go check them out. They give me all of my deck lists, and honestly, I'm really happy with all of them. This got me to Diamond last season. I took a little bit of a break for personal reasons, but that's beside the point. This is a very, very strong deck list. It is very cheap wildcard wise as well. Honestly, in order to make this deck work, you just need a couple feathers and a couple Arcanists, and everything else is a common or uncommon. So it's a very, very good deck for people who are on a budget, don't want to spend too many rares, overcommit to a meta that might just shift like that. The only thing that's going to ding you is the lands. However, all of these lands I think I already had, just because they're lands. They're going to see play throughout their lifespan period, just because, all decks need lands. Sacred Foundry, of course, is one of the best duels in Magic's history. Inspiring Advantage is the premier, or this type of land is the premier land for Modern, Explorer, whatever, just because it enters untapped on turns 1, 2, and 3. It's just very, very good. You can also slot in the Bloody Land, Clifftop Retreat, I think is what it's called. I mean, someone will correct me in the comments. You can swap that in there. Again, you're running 4 Boundaries and 9 Basics, so that definitely will enter untapped as well when you need it. But again, that's enough talk. Let's get into it. I'm going to be playing, I think, should have time for 3 games. I'm trying to keep this to about a 20-minute episode. So, just going to go on to the ladder. Come on, game, you can do it. Come on. There we go. Oh no, I'm still Diamond. What? That's weird. Alright. Well, we might have stiffer competition here, but that's fine. I'm going to play probably 3 games, depending on how fast they are. I'm shooting to keep this at about 20 minutes, so we'll see. 20-25 minutes is the goal here. If we can go burn, 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 we're going to be happy. Get into this. I can't wait to show you this thing. Honestly, this deck, it just makes me so happy. I know I talked a ton at you guys. Oh no, we're back down to gold. That's weird. Wonder why we're showing diamond. Whatever, that's irrelevant. Yep, this is fine. Only 1 instant, which is awkward, but a lot of creatures, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm gonna play the Snarl, revealing that Plains, just to get, make sure I've guaranteed untapped lands on turn 2 for those 10 Legionnaires. Oh, the Bishop of Wings deck. Alright, well, hate playing against this deck. Absolutely hate Bishop of Wings. At the very least, we had to Reckless Rage for it on turn 2. Take that thing down early. Fuck that thing. A 1/4 is just such a big wall against this deck. Can't let it stick around for more than a turn or 2. Alright, cool. Plus side, they are mana screwed. So I'm going to leave with 10 Legionnaire just to get as much damage across as possible. If they block, we have Defiant Strike or Fight as 1. Probably Defiant Strike for that +2/+1 to kill that Bishop in combat. Yeah, I didn't think they'd block. I I mean, seeing as how they all are mana screwed, I don't think I'll use the Defiant Strike just yet. Alright. I need a Reckless Rage right now, or else this game's probably over. And we didn't get it. Okay, that's fine. Play another Legionnaire. We'll just try to beat the shit out of him before anything can go wrong. Like, what could possibly go wrong with that? That's perfect. They fell for it. Get to kill off that. Now, can I get to ship that boundary to the bottom? Hoplite's not great draw, but that's fine. As long as we can keep it to just one or two creatures on their side. Chata, god damn it. Alright, that thing needs to go too. Ooh, alright. I'm a lot happier now that we got that, that's for sure. They're still at such a high life total though. I think I'm gonna save that location. Play Virtuoso, get that thing down. Hold up, there's one. Virtuoso plus Rampage is, like I said in the deck tech, it's absolutely insane. So I think that's gonna be our way out here. That Giada's frustrating as hell, especially with Righteous Valk now too. Shit! Crap, alright, we might just lose. I mean, we'll see. I need... Reckless Rage is a very good start. Let's go to combat first, we'll see what happens. I might kill the Giada, I might not. They might block with the Righteous Valk, they might not. They didn't. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna play the Virtuoso. I'm gonna take down that Giada. Oh hell, I need... Yeah, I think I gotta take down Giada. Oh, this might be a dumb idea. They have too many threats, honestly. This game might just be over very, very soon. I mean, Giada means that they don't have a lot of... they lose their lands, I guess, but still. I guess they lose counters, too. Maybe that was the right choice. It was between Giada and Bishop of Wings. God damn it. Alright. Maybe it should have been the Bishop of Wings, because that's another 4/4 with lifelink. Crap. That's another 9 life. And this one's over. Well, we are off to a great start. That was on me. That probably shouldn't have kept the hand like that. That was too many creatures, not enough spells, and then I should not have shifted that Sacred Foundry to the bottom. That was probably what was the nail in the coffin there. That's an unfortunate start, but I definitely need to bring this back. They said that's probably our worst matchup just because everything they have gains in 4 life. Like, Bishop of Wings is such a silly card, double white for 1/4, and whenever an Angel ETBs, you gain 4 life is fucking insane. It's a very good way to stop any aggro momentum. I think we dealt at least like 15 damage to them, and they just kept gaining that life back. Again, it's a very frustrating matchup for me there. Alright, well, game number 2, get back to our winning ways. I'm again gonna use the Snarl to show off our Foundry. Typically I don't like doing that, but if it means we can have untapped lands on turn 2 and we don't have to pay 2 life for it, I'm a little happier. Again, that Snarl's gonna enter tapped usually, so I'd rather not have that happen. Fuck it, I'll go for the Arcanist. I know they're showing non-white right now. Probably have white considering it's Yorion. But I don't think we're at risk for a board wipe. I think targeted removal spell like Fatal Push is the only thing we're gonna see here. Which sucks. Alright, well, in that case, we're just gonna Homestead Courage that Hoplite. I'll pay the 2 life off Sacred Foundry because there's a really low chance they're going to be able to deal a lot of damage to me. Pay the 2 life, we'll be able to hold it played as 1, make sure this hoplite does not die. Or at least lower the chances of it dying. With a little bit of luck, they don't have a bounce spell. I don't think bounce spells see as much play in Explorer. At least I haven't played against too many of them. Yeah, Growth Spiral. Shit, dude, I forgot about this thing. Remember, it had to be banned in Standard. It was so fucking broken. That's fine. Again, non-white from a Yorion player is interesting. Typically you see them... I guess that's why. Typically you see them rocking non-green, but I guess they really wanted to run Binding of the Old Gods. Which makes sense, that's one of the stronger cards. Stronger removal spells. One of the best sagas too, honestly. I think this is GG. Defiant Strike to Hoplite. And now Invigorated Rampage. As long as they don't have a Fatal Push, this is game. Bam! Got him! 13 damage on turn number 4. You see what I mean by explosive. This deck does damage. That was a 1 creature too. Jesus. I mean, it wouldn't even matter if they did have a creature. I guess they would have blocked a point or 2 of damage, so maybe it would have, but... And they also wouldn't have killed my stuff because they wouldn't have mana open. Again, it's here and there. That's irrelevant. That's our second game. First win. We're 1-1. What are we looking at on time? 21 minutes? That was a minute-long game. Jesus. Yeah, let's do one more. Like I said, I just have fun running this deck. I hope you do too. The deck list is going to be in the description, along with the link to MTG Arena Zones, Explorer decks, if you want to try out any of the others that you've seen, like that, what looks like non-white Yorion control, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But, yeah, no, like I said, this deck's probably my favorite deck of all time, and if you look at my hand, we have 1 rare, and that's a land, you know? There is no real wildcard investment here. Your lands are going to pay dividends time and time again, but when you finally suck it up and buy them like I did, or craft them, I guess. Like, this deck is, as you just saw, capable of dealing a ludicrous amount of damage insanely quickly. Cool, I scavenge your news. You're a pain in the ass. I think I'm just gonna instant. I can't deal with that thing. I can't target this thing playing evil spells right now. So I'm just gonna pretend like it exists, or pretend it doesn't exist, and just keep shoving. If they want to chump, they can chump. I don't give a shit. 3 damage on turn 2, though, is not where we want to be. Thankfully, we have a lot of spells in hand, so I think this Hoplite's gonna, you know, live a long, healthy life, provided they can't somehow get around protection and mono green. Yep, I take 2. Looks like we're racing. Ooh, alright. Jesus. I'm just gonna play the plains and just pray I can get another red source. Don't really want to have to shock myself with that foundry just yet. Especially since we're racing. Paying 2 life in a race can be life or death here. I will burn Invigorated Rampage right now. There's nothing they can do about it. I have God's Will. I don't even think there's a green removal spell. It's instant speed, so that's just free 7 damage right there. Fucking Collected Company. Oh shit. So this might be game. Good news, it's not game over. Bad news, it's very, very close to it. I think I'm gonna try for some magic, I guess, for lack of a better term. Some top deck madness, I guess, because we're taking 12 damage here, if not more. So I think the goal is gonna be use God's Will, scry 1 a bunch, and just pray that I can hit something to make this a little bit better. God's Willing pro green twice. Pro green on their turn to get the counter, pro green on my turn to give it pro green and unblockable. I can cast all the spells in my hand, so that's not going to help right now. Before the draw. God's willing, pro green. Come on, baby. This is life or death. If I don't hit this, I will lose. Pro green, come on. No, I don't need a Sacred Foundry. Oh shit. Oh, I gotta lose. Ah, draw. Ah, it's a land. Oh no. Well, I can give it, what, +4/+4, I think? Is that enough? I don't think it's enough. Oh no, we're one short. Shit. Fuck, dude. We're one short. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, that really hurts. Oh, god damn it. Man, well, I'll let him kill me, I guess. Shit, dude, 3 collected companies too. Oh, that's funny. Well, damn, we gave it our best shot. One more spell and we would have had it. Shit, that feels bad. Oh, god damn it. Alright, well, not the best deck showcase. However, I would like to say that I did have a chance in every one of those games. Again, 1 fucking damage short. God damn it. That feels so bad. Ugh. Alright, well, I'm gonna kill it. I'm going to end it here. I am Gilgamesh746, YouTube, Twitter, and on Twitch. Do not forget, I have that giveaway going. All you gotta do is follow me on Twitter or on Twitch, or subscribe on YouTube. And I got tons of codes for packs in Arena. All of them are probably rotating out of standard, so not so as much value there as I would have hoped, but oh well, that's how it goes. Like I said, all you gotta do to enter is subscribe, follow, or subscribe or follow. Cost you nothing. You should leave a like, leave a comment even. Just let me know I'm doing something correctly. Let me know what sets you want to see, or not sets, what formats you want to see. I got a bunch of standard decks I have in the works for Dominaria United. Really hyped for that. Hopefully it's going to be a good set. Fingers crossed. I love the first Dominaria set I played in way back in like 2019 now. Jesus, time flies. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.